Your hands are shaking and you have not moved from the couch in 11 minutes. Your team is one goal away from winning. A stranger you have never met scores, and you scream like he is your own brother. Somewhere inside your skull, a very old switch just flipped, and it has nothing to do with football. Think about that for a second. You did not choose to feel this. It happened to you fast, before you could stop it. Your heart rate spiked, your palms went damp, and for a few seconds, 22 strangers in coloured shirts became the most important people on Earth. This is not really about football. This is about a circuit in your brain that is millions of years older than the game itself. A circuit built for a much smaller, much more dangerous world. Rewind that world for a moment. Your ancestors did not live in cities. They lived in small bands, usually fewer than 150 people, surrounded by other bands competing for the same water, the same land, the same food. In that world, knowing exactly who was us and who was them was not a preference. It was survival. A brain that hesitated even for a second while deciding if an approaching stranger was friend or threat could get its owner killed. So evolution did what it always does. It built a shortcut. Your brain developed a fast, almost automatic way to sort people into two boxes: my group or not my group. And here is the part that should stop you cold. That sorting system never got the memo that the danger is gone. It is still running right now in your skull, looking for tribes to assign. Football just happens to be one of the easiest tribes it has ever found. In 2023, a team of researchers in Chile decided to test exactly how deep this goes. They recruited 43 male football fans, all devoted supporters of two rival Chilean teams, Colo-Colo and Universidad de Chile. First, they measured how fanatical each person actually was, using something called the Football Supporters Fanatism Scale, a questionnaire built to score obsession the way a thermometer scores heat. Then they put each fan inside an fMRI machine, a scanner that tracks blood flow in the brain to show which regions are active in real time. While inside the scanner, the fans watched video compilations of goals, not even their own team's goals specifically, just goals ball hitting net over and over. And the more fanatical the fan, according to their own questionnaire score, the more intensely certain reward and emotion regions of their brain lit up. Their brains were not just watching a sport. They were responding the way a brain responds to something tribal, something personal, something that mattered to their sense of identity. Here is the twist almost nobody expects. The researchers were not just studying joy, they were building a model for fanaticism itself, the same neural pattern that, pushed further, can fuel devotion to a cause, a leader, or an ideology. Sit with that. The same wiring that makes you scream at a television during a World Cup match is structurally related to the wiring behind tribal loyalty, group rage, and us versus them thinking everywhere else in human life. Football did not invent this circuit, it just gave it a stadium to play in. And it does not stop at the brain of one fan sitting alone on a couch. Put that fan in a crowd, and something else takes over. Researchers studying crowd behavior have documented something called emotional contagion, the tendency for emotions to spread from person to person, almost like a wave, without anyone consciously deciding to catch it. When the person next to you leaps up screaming, your nervous system does not wait for permission. It mirrors them. Your pulse rises to match the room. This is why a stadium of 80,000 strangers can feel, for 90 minutes, like the tightest tribe on the planet. Multiply one excited brain by 80,000, and you get something that behaves less like an audience and more like a single synchronized organism. Ancient humans never experienced a crowd that large, but the underlying machinery built for a campfire of 30 scales up shockingly well to a stadium of thousands. Your brain cannot tell the difference between defending your ancestral homeland and defending your league table position. Status is status, threat is threat, and victory still floods your system with the same reward chemistry either way. This is also why losing hurts so strangely much. It is not really sadness over a game. It is the same ancient alarm that once fired when the group lost a hunt, lost territory, lost standing against a rival band. Your body does not know the stakes have changed. It only knows the team lost, and the team is you. Now think back to your own living room, your own jersey, your own group chat exploding with reaction emojis. None of that is irrational. It is one of the oldest systems in the human brain, doing exactly the job it evolved to do, just wearing a much more colourful uniform than it used to. You are not losing your mind when you cry over a goal that has zero effect on your actual life. You are running software that helped your ancestors survive in groups on a stadium screen they could never have imagined. So the next time the ball hits the net and your whole body reacts before your brain has even processed the replay, remember what is actually happening underneath. Your hands are not shaking because of a football match. They are shaking because, for a few ancient electric seconds, your brain has decided that these strangers are your tribe.